Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. My name is Deanne and I'll be doing your reading for you today. So I'm just going to get some energy through these cards and we'll see what we get. So do keep in mind that all my readings are timeless. So if you're seeing this pop up in your algorithm now, there could be a message for you. Okay. What's been going on with my beautiful collective? Please, Spirit, please give us 5 cards for their current energy. Whoops. 5 cards, please, Spirit. Oh my God, they all want to come out at once. What's been happening? You guys have got lots to say. There's lots going on. All right, one more, please, Spirit, for my collective's current energy, please, Spirit. One more. One more. Oh, too many, so many. One more, maybe 2. There's a lot coming out. One more, please, Spirit. There's lots going on, right? Like, because cosmically the energy's pretty crazy with the eclipse and everything coming up. There's actually been a lot for the last few months. There's been so many portals, the Lionsgate portals and things going on. The alignment of the planets. There were 6 that aligned. So there's a lot going on. It really affects us energetically, right? One more. Okay. Let's have a little look. So the first one out for you today is Temperance. And balance, moderation, patience, harmony. Find some balance and harmony in your life. Maybe an adaptation to something new that's going on in your life, a job, relationship. There's some healing going on, some self-control, unity, like within maybe new friendships, new circles. Then we have 10 of Cups. These are all in their upright position as well. So we've got happiness, emotional fulfillment, family, harmony, love, joy, peace. Beautiful. Someone's doing well. Then we have 8 of Swords. Restriction, limitation, fear, insecurity, feeling trapped, mental imprisonment, isolation. Good start. That one's a bit but we'll get into it. Then we have 9 of Swords. Anxiety, worry, nightmare, guilt, stress, overthinking, despair, sleeplessness. What's causing all this? And the last one out for you is King of Pentacles. Wealth, discipline, leadership, abundance, security, stability, success and responsibility. I mean, this could be for a masculine reading, but not necessarily. There's no gender in tarot. Then at the bottom of the pack for you, we had 7 of Pentacles. So every one of these cards is in its upright position. So with the 7 of Pentacles at the bottom, patience, perseverance, investment, long-term success. There's some growth and reflection going on with you as well. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. That was just a phone call that came through. So with this spread, we have 5 for the current situation and then 1 at the bottom. So this message coming through really just looks like it's about healing, balance, and, you know, coming back home to self. Temperance tells me that a lot of you have been through a period of emotional highs and lows. But you are, you know, starting to come out of this. You're starting to integrate, you know, lessons that have been learnt. Could have been like a relationship or something like that. And you're starting to like do some healing. It's about getting to a place where what happened no longer controls you. And the healing is helping with that. So then we have the Ten of Cups. And that's beautiful. Ten of Cups is a lovely card. This is, you know, full of emotional fulfillment, healthy love connection and happiness. You know, it kind of feels like you're starting to redefine what love fulfillment means for you personally. You know, love shouldn't have you questioning yourself, questioning your worth and self-love. Okay, so then we have the Eight of Swords, and with the Nine of Swords side by side, that's pretty interesting, you know, in itself as well. I feel like some of the collective is still needing and doing some deeper healing, because there's a lot going on here emotionally. You may have physically walked away from something, but mentally you're still trying to deal with that. And even emotionally, like it's a lot here, you know, with all that anxiety and restriction, worry, nightmare, guilt, stress, overthinking, despair, sleeplessness. So sleeplessness and mental imprisonment, you know, still shows that you've been through a lot and that you're still processing all that. You're trying to understand why someone would have behaved the way they did. Questioning, you know, maybe whether you were enough or what you did to contribute to that, you know, if it was a relationship. Sometimes there, you know, isn't an answer. Sometimes you need to go within, and you can't change what they did or projected onto you, but you can change you. Like, look at the triggers, because the triggers are your answer to what needs healing inside of you. So then we move on to the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles, this is a really lovely energy as well. You know, it's wealth, discipline and leadership, abundance, beautiful, stability, success, responsibility. Because we're moving out of the mind and back into being grounded from, you know, doing your healing, you're a lot more stable. You're, you know, a lot more secure. You're starting to realize what your worth is, self-love, taking responsibility of what happened around that relationship, what you've come out of. The collective may also feel that, you know, you're coming back to self. And that's what healing does, right? So yeah, you're choosing consistency over confusion. You're choosing yourself, coming back to self instead of waiting for someone to choose you, which is beautiful. So yeah, this also, yeah, you're starting to be able to be healed to the point where you can actually start leading from self again. So with the Seven of Pentacles, you've learned patience, perseverance. You've learned investment of self. And because of that, there's long-term success. There's growth of self. there's reflection, and you do, like when you're healing, you reflect back. You reflect back to what you were before to what you are now, how far you've come. And you probably wouldn't even recognize that person that you've left behind, because once you start loving yourself and knowing yourself, self-worth, kind of, you can't understand how you put yourself in that position where you did too much, took on too much, let things slide. You didn't have boundaries, right? Okay, so I think that we will get, we'll use some of these, repair, evolution with growth, because that's what you've been going through. And let's just see what comes out for you. Okay, Spirit, so what does this beautiful collective need to see for their highest good, please, Spirit? What's the collective need to see for their highest good? Spirit's been very, very picky. Considering the first lot of cards that just wanted to spring out. But this is for your highest evolution, and whenever it's something important like that, they are very choosy. They want to give you the right guidance and direction. So I always think that's beautiful. Spirit, or what my beautiful collective needs to see for their highest good on their evolution of growth. Okay, so what came out for you was humanitarian service. So your soul longs to joyfully serve. Being of service is a huge calling that is honourable and satisfying. How are you being called to serve humanity? Serve with grace and humility to assist those that cannot help themselves. Be an advocate, a confidant, and inspiration along the way. That's really nice. Oh, another one came out. Then we have dreams realized. Here, I'll show you the card. Manifest. So you have the power to create and manifest what you desire. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone and have determination, your dreams become reality. Now is the time to take action and have a clear focus on what you want. The universe works with you to create it by using your manifesting power for your highest good. They're both really lovely cards. Whoop. And another one, old conditioning release. So you might have some old conditioning or ways that, you know, were put around you or onto you growing up that don't necessarily serve you now, that you need to let go of. Like Spirit is just saying it's time to release old conditioning and to step up into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame and guilt need to move out. So if you find yourself doing that, like try and think consciously of, and like by creating an awareness of when you do those sort of things, like, do you blame people, shame them, guilt, or do you do that to even yourself? Like, sometimes you can, you know, we catch ourselves being negative, and that's not, you know, it's not healthy to have thoughts like that. So just have an awareness around this. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. I'll get one more, and then I might just get a couple of the little shadow cards to see what comes up for you, and then we will finish with something else. I might get you an angel number card or something. See what pops up from Spirit for you. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Because our beautiful collectors need to see for their highest good. I mean, it says the tarot was spot on. You know, you have been through some stuff, but you're healing now, and you've come a long way. You're starting to let all that go. So, but some, like, Spirit knows your highest self and your highest good. So, getting rid of those old conditioning things are what they see that you need to work on now. Sometimes it just helps to know what we're overlooking or missing, or maybe that we don't want to see or focus on. Like, some of this stuff can pop up in the subconscious that sometimes our ego or shadow don't really want us to see. Past life karma cycles. This indicates a past life is the reason why the intense energy surrounds you, the person or situation. Look into ways to clear past life karma and see the bigger picture of the situation by viewing it from a lesson, you know, from that perspective, from the perspective of it's a lesson. So it does look like it was a relationship that has created you, you know, some upheaval, some emotional unhappiness. There could have even been trauma, because it seems to be like it's been a big deal in your life. But it has come from a place of old conditioning. And, you know, you've got to clear past life karma as well, because we do accumulate karma over the years from when we're young, you know, to where you are now. And you just, yeah, need to see the bigger situation of it, because everything that happens to us along the way in life is a lesson. You would have heard life lessons. So instead of looking at it from the perspective of why did that happen to me, you have to say, why is this happening for me? There's always a bigger picture and a bigger lesson to learn, instead of feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, we are going to get some of these shadow cards, and we'll see what pops out for you. So I'm just going to get your energy through these cards. Okay, so Spirit, please bring through the energy of my collective. And what is the guidance here? Please, Spirit, that my collective needs to see for their highest good. What is the guidance, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Again, they're being very specific, so that's good. There's obviously something they really want you to see and work on. What's the guidance for my beautiful collective? What do they need to see for their highest good? What are they not seeing? Gosh, talk about picky. That's 2 to 3 cards, please. My collective's highest good. What guidance does my beautiful collective need on this situation? Oh my gosh. Your spirit, guys. Spicy. Okay, come on. Alright, something's going to come out now. I can feel it. I can feel the energy building up now. We're getting close. Many. Oh, there we go. That one flipped up. Soul mirrors. Others reflect your own relationship with yourself. Open heart, healing union. So that is a message from Spirit to say, go back and look at that relationship you're in, and what mirror was your partner reflecting onto you, because those are your behaviors, those are your triggers that you need to work on. One more, please, Spirit, and then I'll get one of the other shadow work cards as well to see what comes out for you. Oh my gosh. None want to come out, and then when they do, it's like a whole couple of piles. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Super picky. You must only have like very specific things going on that's holding you back, I reckon. Which is a good thing. You don't have a whole stack of things that you have to work on, right? Spirit awakening. Sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlightenment. Intuition, spirituality. So it did show, you know, in your first row of tarot that you are healing, and quite often when you're on your healing journey, it's awakening. It's awakening, right? Because once you start stripping away the ego and the shadows and everything from, you know, when you're a little baby, you start coming back to self, and that's what spirituality is all about. It's not about religion. It's about coming back to self, and within that you learn to understand that within yourself is the universe, the spirit, source, whoever you want to call it, the creator. We're not separate, we're all one, and you feel that oneness, especially if you start doing some meditation and stuff. You are in oneness, you're at one with all, and it's really beautiful. Like, it's honestly the best feeling. Sometimes you don't want to come out of that meditation, that feeling of oneness, because that's just such a beautiful, peaceful place. And that's why, you know, that's why it's proven by science that doing meditations is so good for you, because it's actually proven that it helps your body to heal while you're in that state. All your cells and everything are doing their work for your body to help with the healing process, mind, body and soul. All right, so I've got one more that I'm doing. This is the pattern break. So it's recognizing the loops you keep repeating, which could be helpful for you to see if there's anything that shows up that you're not seeing that you might need to work on. So Spirit, please bring in the energy of my beautiful collective that I'm reading for now and show us what they need to see for their highest good, for their evolution. And there we go, one totally came up, and that was lingering feeling. You left the situation, your body stayed in it. So, that is telling us that you may have broken up from that relationship, but you've carried a lot of that hurt with you. There might be regrets, depending on what that relationship was like. There might be things that are left unsaid, or you might feel that you never got closure from it. That person, was a runner and they ran away from you or ghosted you. You just left with so many questions, right? But that's on them. That's not a part of you. That's part of their toxicity. And you can't keep carrying that. You have to get to a point of healing where you just release all that. Because once you understand self-worth, you don't carry that with you anymore. Let's see what else pops up for you. What else does my beautiful collective need to see for their highest good? This is my cat sharpening his claws. Whoops, too many. One to two cards for my beautiful collective's highest good. What do I need to see? What's the guidance here? They were very specific in the first pack, so I'm not surprised that they've been picky with here. Like I said before, you've obviously only got a couple little things that you need to work on. You've been doing the work anyway, so it's probably just the last couple little things that you need to shed and let go of. And sometimes that's what happens. Like you do all this work and you think, oh, I'm done now, I've done all the hard work, I've done all the healing. But Spirit always has these little ways of showing you, it'll keep repeating in patterns and in looping, rotating thoughts patterns, and sometimes it's in the back, in the subconscious, that you're just missing, that you haven't seen. And that's what this is all about, like just giving you something else that you might be missing. Because it's for your evolution, your highest good, right? So next time you do have that relationship, you attract the right person in, because your frequency and vibration will be a match, will be in alignment, and it will be a lot healthier reaction. And that doesn't mean, that in that relationship there won't be triggers, but you will have, healthier tools to respond better. You won't react as much. You'll be able to see if it's coming from ego or shadow, and you'll think before you react or respond. Just a healthier version of you, and they will be a healthier person to be around, because when you're healed and you raise your frequency, that's what you attract back in, right? And that's what healed people have to look forward to. Healthier relationships. Explained again. You changed the wording, the answer stayed the same. So there's something you're missing that is playing over and over again, and you know, you call it something, but there's a version of that that's still there that you've got to work on. You think you've healed it, but it's still there. You need to find it. And sometimes, honestly, if you've done the healing work and you are a healthier person, it might not show up until you are in that relationship, because relationships are mirrors and they mirror back to you what you need to work on. So there might be a trigger there that will pop up and show you this, but it's good to have this information and to keep it there so that you're aware of it. So when it does trigger you, when something does trigger you and it brings it up to the surface, you can go, okay, what do I need to look at? What have I renamed that's the same pattern? All right, so I think I want to get an angel number for you. Which I have somewhere. There they are. And then, actually, yeah, I'll do an angel number for you, but I think that we should finish it off as well with the Priestess Oracle, because they're just so spiritual and beautiful. Something special always comes up, and because your spirit guides have been so picky and obviously really care about your future higher self so much, I think there'll be a message in there for you. Right, so let's see what significant angel number comes up for you, because just remember, angel numbers are synchronicity and signs from spirit for your highest good, not for self-personal gain, like not seeing triple A and going, yeah, cool, I'm getting lots of money. It's for your highest good and highest evolution. So let's see what comes out for you, for my beautiful collective, the spirit. What would you like this beautiful collective to see for their highest good? What? Whoop. 999. Release. And that's what this has been around. Releasing those last few little niggly things that are sitting there bubbling under the surface that you need to see. Need to find them. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles, what goes around comes around. So you might have a bit of a lack mentality around money. That's not healthy. Like, always be very careful of your thoughts, your mindset around money. Like, power of your words. Be careful what you say. Don't be speaking that I don't have money or stuff like that. You have to have that abundance mindset and manifest that wealth into your timeline, because you are what you speak, you are what you think. So think like you've already got that money sitting there. It's already around you. It's flowing around you. You're in that abundance timeline. Just put yourself there and see it and feel it and watch it flow. Your current circumstances are ending, which we've already seen that. You're going through a transformation here. You're probably sending and having timeline jumps. So you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change, which you are, or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. And you're coming out of a cycle. How can you make room for something new to emerge? So that's really good to sit with, and maybe even meditate on that actually. So I'll say it again. How can you make room for something new to emerge? So that is a really good thing to meditate on. And if nothing's coming to you, ask Spirit Even if you ask for a sign, you know, whatever it is, whatever makes you feel comfortable around it, but they'll always answer you. Always. It'll show up. It'll show up in something. You can ask for a sign. It could be, you know, a spiritual animal, an insect, a number. Even as long as you make it, you know, even more specific so you know you see it. It can even show up when you're doom scrolling on your phone. It'll be one of the first things you see when you open up, and it will hit you like a ton of bricks. Like, they'll make sure you've seen it, especially if you're spiritual and you have an awareness of things like that. I was going to get the priestess oracle. Good one of these. I love these cards. It's like my all-time favorite deck. Okay, Spirit. Bless these cards with the energy of my beautiful collective and show them what extra special message that you have for them today, please, Spirit. Not disappointing, they've got something special. Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Seraphim angels. All right, so I'm going to find this in the little booklet and read it to you. So, Universe Maker, Pure Source, Rainbow Light Conception. Seraphim angels. Here it is. All right. At the very heart of Source is the 13th dimension of pure light. Dwell the seraphim angels, the ultimate beings of creation who birth universes into existence. Wow, that's so cool. Their rainbow auras pulse with the original frequency of life itself, their presence emanating the pure power of divine creation. These magnificent angels, nested within the heart center of God consciousness, invite you into their sacred chamber of light where realities are woven through the power of Source. This is an initiation into the highest realms of creative power. The rainbow light of the seraphim comes to you from the highest order, awakening your ability to birth worlds and weave realms through divine consciousness from their sacred dwelling place at the heart of Source. They share the ancient technologies of bringing light into form. Feel their celestial presence washing over you, attuning you to the art of conscious creation. Their 6 rainbowed wings carry the highest frequencies of divine force, the power to birth stars, weave dimensions, and design new realities from pure light. The seraphim angels remind you that you are unlimited. You too are a universe maker, carrying the codes of light conception within your very essence. That's special. Allow their celestial frequencies to activate the creator within you. You are ready to bring new worlds into being and to join the seraphim angels in their sacred act of universal creation. That's really, really lovely. All right, so there's a ritual for you around this. Enter into stillness and feel yourself rising into the 13th dimension where the seraphim dwell. Breathe in their rainbow light, allowing their creation codes to awaken your 6-winged light body. With their guidance, weave this divine light into your visions and projects of creation. Trust that you are awakening as a creator of worlds, carrying the original light of creation within you. Then repeat this prayer activation out loud. Seraphim angels, sacred weavers of the universe, thank you for awakening the creator within me. I activate my 6 wings of rainbow light, and I trust them to guide me in crafting worlds aligned with divine love and power. And so it is. Yay, that was beautiful. I love that for you. I feel like that was a really positive reading. Like you've gone through some hard stuff and you've come out the other end through healing and stuff like that. And honestly, you've only got a couple of little things you need to look at that are hiding underneath all that, ego or shadow, but they're only little things that you need to find and work on, and you're ascending and healing and doing really, really well. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this and found it really helpful. All right, see you guys. Love, kids.